Tesla's next big software update just leaked early. This is probably our best look yet at the upcoming fall update. And I'm telling you right now, folks, this might be one of the biggest Tesla software updates we've gotten in like the last 5 years. It's going to be really, really cool. But first, finally, after a year or so of a delay, the Model 3 is officially getting a front bumper camera. And I know most people think of this as being kind of like a nothing burger, but it is nice for 3 big reasons. Number one, like creature comfort wise, just having it to park the car does kind of make a difference, and it is really nice. Of course, it plays a big role in full self-driving and the upcoming FSD unsupervised robotaxi thing. And third is it's an extra vantage point for Sentry mode, because if you want to keep your Tesla safe, you want as many cameras around the vehicle as possible. And also, speaking of Sentry mode, if you really want to keep your vehicle safe, you want live real-time alerts only done by my friends at Sentry Pro. I'll show off how this app can do it. Works on both iOS or Android. You can try it for free right now at the link down below. So here are our photos of the Model 3 with its new front bumper camera. These come courtesy of a regulatory body over in China. And again, I've talked about this before, but it will be a pretty big point for this video, so I'll say it again. Tesla does things differently in the Chinese market. It is much more advanced. It is much more competitive than anywhere else in the world. So Tesla, for the last couple of years, they've been doing exclusive features and software updates and releasing cars early in that market first. That's why the Model Y Juniper was first released and built in that market and then came to other markets. It's why the upcoming Model Y L is going to be there first. It's why it's announced for the Chinese market right now. And also it's why, of course, the Model 3 front bumper camera is coming to this market first, at least officially, though I know this is going to be coming to other markets, just sort of caught here in regulatory photos first for the Chinese market. And with that being said, something else you might notice here is something, an interesting badge here called the Model 3 Plus. Wait a second. I know what the Model 3 is, but what is the Model 3 Plus? This is new too. When Tesla announced the Model Y L a couple of weeks ago, there was another announcement there that kind of flew under the radar, but is now getting some more press and attention. And it was the announcement of something called the Model 3 Plus. This was the longest range, not just Model 3, but the longest range Tesla the company has ever produced. And I'll show you here some promotional images here of the Model 3 Plus over in China. There's some new marketing materials, and there, of course, is the range. 647 kilometers of range. And when you start to do some quick conversions, you might be going, wait a second, that's a ton of range. It's like over 500 miles of range, which is great, but hold on a second. There's a little bit of a catch. First thing to note, of course, is the obvious difference here between kilometers and miles for us with the metric system. But the other thing to note here is that this is using the CLTC mileage rating. Basically, in the US, we've got the EPA rating, and there are other various ratings around the world that all weigh things differently. And CLTC is generally more focused on city driving and is more generous, which gives you an extra bump in range. So while that number looks great, and it actually is better than the other Model 3 equivalents we have, it isn't quite the 500 miler we have been hoping for. It's better, but there's a little bit more digging we've got to do. Also, kind of funny here is that Model 3 Plus is basically like a fancy name, kind of a rebrand for a car we already have in other markets, including in the US. It's the Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive. This is the base Model 3. In fact, it's the cheapest Tesla you can get in the North American market. I think the lease price on this thing is $299 a month for a 24-month lease. Pretty crazy, really good deal. It's a really great car and offers the most range of the Model 3 at 363 miles of EPA estimated range. Now, this Model 3 Plus, it's not going to sort of shatter records, and it's not dramatically different, though it is new for this market. But the big deal here is that apparently Tesla is modifying both the battery chemistry and the battery density, and maybe using some new battery technology to give you more range. So if you do some digging into the numbers and do some conversions and things like that, the theory right now, it's not on sale yet on the roads, but the theory right now is this could be closer to 400 miles of EPA estimated range. So basically a boost of about 40 miles from where we are right now, which would be pretty nice for the first time, given the Model 3 an option for 400 miles of range. Of course, come Q4, everything is going to change in terms of Tesla pricing and deals and discounts, but also the Tesla lineup will be changing as well. I've talked at length about all the different things coming from Tesla. Model Y performance is being spotted over and over again. We got just this morning as of filming more footage of this budget Tesla being tested at the Fremont factory. I mean, Tesla's already confirmed this thing is coming. Of course, there's also the all-new Model YL that has been officially unveiled and open for orders in the Chinese market. It's got the 6-seat configuration. It's got a lot of the more luxurious bells and whistles. And by early accounts, this thing is already a hit and selling, or I guess pre-orders are extremely well off. It's got a lot of demand and excitement behind it. And then we get to the controversy that has a lot of people scratching their heads and really upset. That is a recent post by Elon coming out just as of today, as of filming here, saying that this variant of the Model Y, the Model YL, doesn't start production in the United States until the end of next year, might not ever, given the advent of self-driving in America. Wait a second. What? Now, a lot of people, and understandably so, are freaking out about this, saying, oh my goodness, wait a second, we're not even going to get the Model YL in the North American market, or if we do, we're not going to see it until the end of next year. What is going on? And as someone who is typically an Elon optimist, and I typically take Elon at his word, this is one where I'm not so sure I believe him for a couple of reasons. For starters, by all available evidence, the Model YL would be an extremely big hit, not just in the North American market or the Chinese markets, but all over the world. There just makes really no sense as to why this vehicle wouldn't be produced in this market. And even let's say Elon is correct and full self-driving is super popular and everybody's in robotaxis and cybercabs, we still are going to need larger vehicles to haul 6 people. Or even, families who have more luggage. So Model YL, again, would make a lot more sense and is cheaper to produce for Tesla than a Model X. So that doesn't really make a lot of sense. There's also the notion that Tesla has never produced a specific vehicle for only one market. Now, like I always say, Tesla does things differently in China than other markets, and we have seen specific small tweaks, but I even asked Grok to confirm here. Model 3 and Model Y were first introduced in the Chinese market, but then brought internationally. So for the Model 3, we saw the Highland refresh in September of 2023, brought in early 2024 to the US. For the Model Y, we got it in January 9th, and then just, a couple of weeks later was in the US. So typically this sort of follows Tesla's game plan. And I should say what's particularly frustrating about this is that the Model YL is solving a real big problem. It gives you more seating options for the Model Y, also gives you a more luxurious trim level with more features. That's exactly what people want. And for Tesla not to sort of solve that problem and listen to their customers is very, very frustrating. But on the flip side, what is amazing to see is people who actually do listen to their customers and solve real problems, like my friends over at Sentry Pro. This is an app for both iOS or Android. You can try it for free, link down below. That's going to send you live real-time alerts anytime a Sentry mode goes off. You can know exactly what's going on and keep tabs on your Tesla anytime, anywhere. Also, you don't have to take my word for it. You can read the reviews for yourself. People absolutely love this app. By the way, celebrating a 2-year birthday this month, so happy birthday to Sentry Pro. I know so many of you guys have installed it. You guys are loving it. I think it's just wonderful to have that peace of mind, knowing you're always going to be alerted anytime Sentry mode goes off on your vehicle. And even better than that, these days, is you can put your vehicle on the offensive. It can flash its lights or honk the horn when Sentry mode goes off. So you get an alert wherever you are, and also the person sort of snooping around your car also is alerted to the fact that you are onto them. Of course, it's working with every and any Tesla model in the lineup. It's going to work with all the Teslas on your account. And of course, it's going through all the official Tesla APIs, so everything here is safe and secure. With Sentry Pro, what I always say is you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Try it for free, iOS or Android. There's a number of different very affordable subscription offerings, or if you want to go the lifetime route, pay once and be done, 40% off for a limited time. So if you want to learn more, check out Sentry Pro for yourself today and really turn Sentry mode in your Tesla Pro and actually make it useful. Try out Sentry Pro. And drop a comment and review down below as well if you've tried it, because I know a lot of you guys like it. Check it out, of course, at the link right down below. First link down there in the description. And then we get to what is super, super interesting. I think what most of you guys are excited about, and that is the big Tesla fall update. Now, for the last couple of years, Tesla has really, in credits to the team, stepped up their game, and they're releasing sort of quarterly major updates. Spring update, summer update, fall update, holiday, Christmas update that is usually packed with features. And I will say, like, the last couple have kind of had mixed reviews. Some of the features have been good. Some of them have been bad. Some of them have been more focused on, like, the newer vehicles. But this next one, for better or worse, should have some pretty cool upgrades in store for us. But temper your expectations because depending on, of course, what car you have, you might not get it. And what will likely be the hallmark feature here is a brand new set of visualizations that will look more lifelike than anything we've ever seen before, likely looking something like this. That's because new code that's already sort of in the system has been sort of leaked and found out, and is sort of suggesting that Tesla's going to use Unreal Engine to do some of the graphics for their new system. And of course, if you don't know, Unreal Engine is sort of like the 3D modeling animation system that powers a lot of video games and even like live events and I guess in some cases, movies and shows as well. It's a very powerful engine here that could give us Tesla graphics that look something like this, almost video game-esque, incredibly detailed, incredibly lifelike, and I think for a lot of us, super exciting because it's a huge departure from everything that we have right now. And right now, we actually have a small taste of what this could look like because the new Model S and Model X are actually using this Unreal Engine right now for these menu-style graphics of the vehicle. Tesla has not discussed this at all. There is no reported hardware change here, but the S and the X, the new ones that have very little changes on the outside, do have this new animation rendering system on the inside. And the thought is that it's a little preview, a little taste of a massive overhaul that could be coming to the entire mapping system and maybe the entire user interface in general. Now, of course, there's a lot of good and bad here because there's a lot of things we don't know. On one hand, if like the renders I just showed and like the ideas and concepts are true, this could give us the biggest redesign to the Tesla system we've had in years. Really, the overall layout of the vehicle software has not changed since the Model 3 and then later the Model Y made its debut. We did get like, I think it was from version 9 to version 10 or version 11. There was some change there along the way to the graphical user interface, but by and large, it has remained largely unchanged for at least the last 4 to 5 years. But this would give us not just an overhaul a little bit, but a massive overhaul that could show us just a really cool representation of everything the car sees. Right now, we have like the, what do they call it? It's like some kind of 3D object thing. Oh, a high fidelity park assist or the high fidelity system. It's fine, and it kind of shows you a shadow of what the car sees. But this would be taking things totally next level. And if I've learned anything from covering Tesla and consumer technology for years now, sometimes the best and most impactful update a company could do is just changing the visuals. And in my opinion, this would be a very welcome addition. You know, what's so interesting about all this is that a couple of years ago, this is back in 2021, when the Model S and Model X, coming back to those vehicles, got their refresh, an engineering vehicle was stopped at a supercharger and somebody was somehow able to go in there and take pictures. And the interface on that screen was totally different. And we actually have photos of this we can still look at to this day. This is what the interface looked like there. You'll see there's a colorful background. The apps that are in different windows. And what we had heard was that you were actually able to move the windows around and sort of pin things to different parts of the display. And let me see here. Here's another angle of how that looks with the menu overlaid. So the menu there doesn't take up the entire display, but in fact just kind of goes over a corner of it and covers some of it up. We can see there's some of the other options there for the S and the X, and that's kind of it. What's so interesting about this is that some of these features did actually make it to production. You see the little bar there on the left, the little gesture bar for swiping to drive and reverse. That still remains to this day a part of the interface, but everything else here, I mean, look at these different controls, the collapsed landscape here at the bottom with these buttons. You've got the Wi-Fi toggle here in the corner. In my opinion, I would have loved to have seen this. It was a colorful, you could change the background. This would have been a wonderful UI design tweak that now 4 years later never came to fruition. I don't know what the story behind this is. I'd love to know. And again, all that to say, some sort of UI change or change the look of the software, especially with these real lifelike renders, would be really, really cool. And I think there's one more concept I can show. Let me see here. Someone had just to show what this would look like. Let me see down here. Here's one more. Excuse my scrolling. Here we go. One more you can see here just to kind of show off what this could look like. And I'll actually go to this camera here so we can look and admire it together. So again, this is more of a mock-up, just kind of showing what this Unreal Engine could do. But again, if the Tesla could do that, like that, level of detail and lifelike imagery there would be really, really cool. Of course, the question here is what would be required on the vehicle side to do this? Would you need some sort of new computer? Could the Ryzen processor do this? Long story short, we don't know, though given the fact that the new Model S and Model X have the same Ryzen processor, this might actually be something our current cars can do, though if you have an Intel car, I'm sorry to say yet again, you're likely going to be out of luck. Besides that, there are a couple of other lingering rumors that could make their way to our cars with the fall update. For example, high-fidelity Dolby Atmos 3D surround sound audio has been a lingering rumor for a while. That could make its appearance. Same goes for AirPlay, where you could basically wirelessly AirPlay something from your laptop, your tablet, your phone to the big display in the Tesla. That would be awesome to see. Elon has also said that the next version of full self-driving would give a significantly reduced nag feature, because right now the driver attention monitoring thing is fine, but if you go to even change a song on the screen for a minute, it freaks out. So they're looking to severely improve that and make it better, and that could be coming with sort of in coordination with the big sort of fall update. And then one other thing I should mention, definitely more of a wild card, but just something to chew on and ponder, is the return of Steam support for Teslas. Now, some of you guys might not know this, but for many, many years, the Model S and the Model X could play Steam games. You could play true PC Steam games in your Tesla. And there was a rumor for a while it was going to be coming to the Model 3 and Model Y. Then when the Cybertruck started shipping, they didn't include that feature. And it's sort of been kind of a mess. But with this sort of resurgence of compute power with Unreal Engine, I wonder if we could see a return of not just Steam to the S and the X and Cybertruck, I guess in addition to Cybertruck, but also maybe they figured out a way to kind of keep that a little bit more fluid and then bring it down to the 3 and the Y as well. Just something to think about if they're going to go through all the trouble of doing Unreal Engine for the mapping. I wonder if they could give you some more games and really give you access to Steam on other Teslas as well. Just something to think about, one of those wild cards we see. All right, and now I've come to, I think some of you guys, you love this part of the video, and that, just kidding, just wanted to see who's paying attention. Gotcha there. Came to the part of the video where I'm doing an Amazon gift card giveaway. Over the next minute or so, I will have an Amazon gift card code that looks like this, hidden somewhere in the video. Watch some amazing highlights from my channel partners and check out some cool things, and also earn some money hidden in here somewhere. Of course, I've got a lot of thanks to give to a lot of my partners who make these videos possible. My friends at Drive Protected make the best DIY PPF you can get on the market. They've got options for every single Tesla. You can go the clear route. You can go the matte finish route. They've got ceramic coating options. They've got cleaning products as well. And best of all is you can save so much money by doing this yourself. Don't go to the shop down the street. Don't go with some no-name company. Go with Drive Protected, your #1 source, super high-quality materials, and they will walk you through the process step by step, and you will save thousands of dollars by doing this yourself. And I promise you, if I can do it, you can do it. My code Rosenfeld will get you 10% off, so be sure to check out Drive Protected, linked down below. Also, speaking of protecting our cars, I think we all love a good pair of floor mats. That's where my friends at 3W Liners come in. They have got an amazing set of floor liners for basically every single Tesla and every single car on the road. They've got an amazing attention to detail here with their design. They are custom fit to fit perfectly inside of your Tesla. They give you amazing coverage built with really high quality durable material that's going to keep your car safe, also super easy to clean. These are the best value, and I can save you guys even more money. I think I've got a 35% discount code you can use by using my special code down below. So not only are they great as their price currently, but I can save you even more money with my special code. So check that out down below as well. Of course, a good-looking, well-protected Tesla is great, but if someone was to vandalize your car, I don't think you'd be too happy. That's why I love my friends over at Century Pro. You can try it totally for free on iOS or Android, and it is an app that gives you instant alerts the moment Sentry Mode is activated. You can even now have your car flash its lights or honk the horn to deter anyone when Sentry Mode is activated. No having to wait for the alarm. Sentry Pro is proactive and jumps on there and does this for you. Love the peace of mind, love the real-time alerts, works with every single Tesla in the lineup, and of course, as well, it's using the secure stuff to connect to Tesla, and one subscription is going to cover all the Teslas on your account. So if you've got a fleet of them, you will be protected with Sentry Pro. They've got a limited time deal where you can save 40% off on a lifetime subscription. So pay once, have it forever. Pretty big discount right now, so check that out. The link down below as well. And then, of course, I love my friends over at TPARTS. They make amazing Tesla accessories here to totally transform your vehicle on the inside and out. They've got carbon fiber spoilers, they've got organizers, they've got hubs, and everything in between, including some nice lighting solutions as well. They've got some amazing solutions. I've got a great coupon code from them as well, link down below. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, I love my friends at Tesla Emblems. You might have seen me mention them in the beginning of the video. They have some really creative, fun, and affordable ways to upgrade your Tesla and your Tesla accessories. Like, I love their key card wraps. Like, it's super easy to put a wrap on here. They have so many fun designs, and it just really makes your Tesla experience feel unique. I've never gotten more questions on my Tesla key card than when I had it wrapped with Elon's black Amex card, which was a lot of fun. Of course, they've also got some great solutions for customizing your car as well. You can customize the emblems, the charge port, and just they've got some really cool designs. Like, I've got a plaid like Tesla emblem overlay on my Model X Plaid, just sort of fun to have. And they sort of let you customize your Tesla. These days, when so many Teslas look basically the same on every single street corner and every, city around the world, this is sort of a nice way to personalize your car, make it look like its own, and of course, won't break the bank. Very, very affordable. And of course, I've got a coupon code for you guys here as well if you want to save. So of course, check that out down below. And with that, I've hopefully giving away some Amazon money you guys can enjoy. And of course, again, a huge thanks to my channel partners. None of this would be possible without them. The giveaways wouldn't be possible without them. So please, if you're looking to accessorize your Tesla, protect your Tesla, just enhance your Tesla ownership experience, these are the companies I trust, I work with, I love. Link down below. And of course, you've got a coupon code you can use for all of these down below as well. So check it out and save today. And let me know if you got that Amazon gift card. All right, guys, so if you've got thoughts on all this, please, as always, drop your comments down below. What are your thoughts on this big fall update? What do you think we could see? Would you love to see some sort of UI refresh and things like that? Also, your thoughts generally on the Tesla news of the week. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you, as always. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you in the next one.